Also, I'm going to do the same thing I did over here and just up the input bandwidth. I got it, guys. I did it. Finally, not called it a frequency. It just took me like, I don't know, 40 episodes or something to figure that out. Alright guys, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Good Company Freeplay with me, Spacefish. Right back here with our two new products. Well, one new product, you know, the cassette player we had before, but our two separate products now slowly starting to roll off the shelves. And I'll start by actually getting us up to speed right away, just to actually get production rolling, because as you can see up here, we're kind of doing a bit bad for money. So, we will actually need to start by selling some stuff off this episode before we will be able to develop any further, because, yeah, as you can see, that part right there is a bit of an issue. Now, speaking of which, though, I'm really thinking we need to increase our capacities right here to actually get to a place where we can, well, use both of these assembly tables at the same time, and hopefully produce a bit more and thus also make a bit more profit. Now, if you can see right here, we are, I don't know, I wouldn't say we're actually doing too bad for beepers and for single cell batteries. And if we look over here, we do also have some leftover battery stacks and LED arrays. So I'm not really 100% sure, I'll have to say. I don't think we can. I mean, we could have another employee working away to this, and he would probably make like one extra cassette player every period or something. I'm just not really sure that would kind of be enough to, you know, max our profitability on this kind of stuff. Now, what I am really getting worried about is that we're not making any profit whatsoever. So, that's actually kind of interesting, because if you guys remember, like, last playthrough, I used to do kind of good, so, you know, not going to say I'm not worried there. That's actually very much the case, so, I don't know. Let's see what we can do. I mean, we can always upgrade the tables when we actually get to that milestone. That would be a great thing. And speaking of milestones, why do I not even have an active research project? That is a big issue. Let's maybe firstly take care of that. So, what could we do? We have these components down here, which are going to be useful only really at a later stage for us. I mean, any of those are really only useful at a later stage for us. So does that mean that we already, yes, we do already have the pocket computers unlocked, which is interesting, but I don't think we can tap into that market for quite a while, given our current budget problems. So, I am thinking I'm not going to go for that just yet, but, I mean, looking at all these things, maybe we can do like a monophone speaker for like possibility to further develop our cassette players. I think that's probably a good idea. But yeah, like we definitely need to, I think, spend some time this episode actually looking at all these things, looking at the frequencies and trying to optimize our profitability here, because I mean, this just doesn't cut it for me, if that makes sense. And I actually just jumped to Sunday and we're at 8.8k. That's so worrying. That's really, really worrying, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's maybe have a quick first look at all these things and how our production frequencies are and what we need for what and all these good things. So, if I have a look right here, I only need the circuit boards for these monophone speakers. I only need the plastic parts for the monophone speakers. Well, not monophone, it's a beeper, right? Yeah, it's just a beeper. It's not even a proper speaker. So, like, sounds like some great music that you get out of these cassette players right now. But okay, so, we have a usage of 3 circuit boards and 6 plastic parts across this whole production every day. And we're making 10. Is that 10 every day? Okay, yeah, so we're making 10 every day. And 5. Wow. What I'm wondering, kind of, why do I have 3 monophone speaker productions right here? Do I have 3 in that blueprint? I only have 2, don't I? I do. That's kind of interesting. Why do I have 3 productions? And why do I have... Is that, like, weird with the frequency or something? Oh, I think it's, like, the production frequency of this cassette player, isn't it? I think it's just that this cassette player is being produced so quickly compared to other things. Let's see. Not here, but here. Yeah, it's 0.6 days. That's why I have 3. So that's actually kind of crazy. If I wanted to get another whole production going, I would need, like... Wow. I would need so much stuff, to be honest. I would need one more tinker table for these only, I think. But I would need, like, another whole setup like this up here, mirrored, just to be able to hit that. Because, like, these things are producing so quickly right now. I really don't quite like that, I have to say. But it's like... Wow. I don't know, maybe it's just that we're doing this overfulfilling thing that's actually keeping us off of profitability. I mean, we've made a premium product here, right? We can't forget about that. And it doesn't seem to be working too well for me right now, I have to say. Like, also for this stuff, I could basically just have this stuff in return. Should we try that? Should we actually try that? I think what I really would like to try... The thing is, that's going to lower my production frequencies of these things even more. But what I would really like to try, right, is if I would duplicate this, and I would only go for one battery stack and one LED array, it's a 1.9. It's a 1.9 market appeal. I would just not be able to sell enough for 2 assembly tables doing that. I don't think that's valid. Let's discard that. It's hard right now. It's kind of pretty hard, I'll have to say. Really not liking that kind of current setup. Maybe we're just pouring too many working resources into it. Because, like, I think for frequencies, everything we've kind of optimized somewhat. It's just that, like, the way that we're currently doing this does not really seem to be profitable, and that makes sense. Actually, though, wait a second. I did actually expand this in the last episode. Oh my god. That explains why I'm not profitable. Does it? It does, right? Because, like, I need one of these setups for one calculator production, right? So, like, I duplicated this, but I'm not using it for anything yet. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think... Let's try and do something like that instead. And just see if that makes us become profitable. Because if that's the explanation right there why I was not profitable, just that I was overproducing, that would, you know, explain a lot of things to me. Now, we do have 3 logistics employees in the zone. I hope that is also kind of enough to keep these guys supplied right here. Kind of worried about that, not gonna lie. What we can maybe do, and what I think I really actually want to do, is I'm gonna lower this I always call it frequency, guys. I'm actually getting so mad at myself for that. I always call it frequency. We're going to lower the bandwidth of the calculators and then turn up the bandwidth of the inputs. Just to, you know, maybe kind of increase, to kind of increase what we have in stock for these guys to be producing. And look at that, we're now making so many more calculators. I'm kind of positive that that should help us out a lot here. You know, if these things actually end up getting sold, which they don't seem to be getting sold right now, which is a bit of an issue, but, you know, I can, you know, just help out myself right there, probably. Get that carried over quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, that's a lot of them. Holy moly. Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy, I'll have to say. What's our market demand for these, even? 19. Okay. So, that should make us some money now. Look at that. Back in the green. Okay, so it was really just that. I was really getting kind of worried there that, like, the whole premium product approach just didn't work for me, but apparently it does. It was just that I had, like, 6 workers here working away, and then that just not getting used in the calculator production at the very end. The only thing I'm kind of wary of is if we actually can produce enough cases over here, so I think we'll have to have a close look at that, if that actually does work out long term. But with that said and done, and that fixed, I think we should soon look at actually well, doing the same thing that we did over here, just for these guys right here. So I think we can just start buying some tables, maybe, and placing them, you know, and then actually just hire employees when we're doing a bit better for money again. So I will need, I always dislike blocking some spaces like these conveyor spaces or whatever. So let's maybe just do this for like plastic parts and then the circuit boards, and then we can maybe do this. Does that even work? That doesn't actually work. Maybe like that? Yeah, I think like that. So like beeper, 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 and then plastic parts and circuit boards, and then we need like single cell batteries, 3 of those tables. So you can do 1, 2, and then 3? Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, and there goes all our money again. So, I would want plastic parts to be made over here again, circuit boards to be made over here. And yes, I do know that we have an overflow down there, by the way, but it's just not big enough of an overflow to actually keep 3 of these tables supplied. I think 2 I would be able to do, but 3 just not quite. So I'm just going to keep it like this for the time being, and then, you know, maybe we can eventually use those overhangs somewhere else, or we can upgrade some tables to make it work that way. We'll see about that. But for the time being, we'll be making beepers all the way over here. We will be making single cell batteries all the way over here. And I will need a lot of small shelving racks that I will proceed to be placing all about the place right here. And that doesn't actually work without blocking people in. I dislike that. Maybe what we can do is we just move this over like that. Then we move that over like that. Then we move the small shelving rack into the corner instead. And, yeah. And that small shelving rack goes over there. Now everything is still accessible for people. Okay, cool. So, I think we should wait for another week just to kind of make sure that we do have enough money in the bank and are not totally going to go bankrupt from this move. But let's just do that real quick. Let's help people move things. Are we? No. Okay, we don't need to help people move things. I was kind of scared that we're low on logistics workers or something in that zone, but it does seem to be doable still. What I'm wondering about, though, why are you missing everything? Am I too... Oh, my logistics workers are now just filling up this zone and they're not taking care of her. Ah, okay. I'm going to get a 3rd logistics worker one way or another because I have 3 over here as well. And I think that's a bare minimum, especially considering that I've got like 4 more tables here compared to that zone. So if I already have 3 people over here, you know, I should be getting 3 people over there as well. And as you can see right there, I just lost a bunch of money. Probably due to the fact that this is all getting filled up with new expensive materials right now. And at the same time, they were not supplying her to actually make more cassette players. So, yeah, that was a bit of an issue right there. So, does mean that I'll have to apparently wait for another week, which is going to be over soon. Research is going nicely as well, by the way. We've nearly got the new tables unlocked, which is absolutely awesome. I think that will probably be our next investment before we actually move on to pocket PCs. Just actually, there we go, there's a bunch of money. But yeah, just actually upgrading the tables, I think, or actually, that's actually bad timing, to be honest. I could be saving myself all these employees by just upgrading the tables, couldn't I? God. Why did I not wait for these? Jeez. Okay. Should we just do that instead? I mean, we're not gonna perfectly double the frequency at which this stuff is going to be. I think that's probably worth it, to be honest. Okay, let's do it. Honestly. Do we have something that we cannot upgrade? No, we don't. Okay, all the stuff is gonna go again. Great. That was... Oh, seriously? Oh, come on. Oh, I'm just getting all the stuff into my inventory, I guess. Oh, God. Okay. Let's try and spread it across here, I suppose. I've got spare materials everywhere. Good. Do you need anything else? Maybe like a tad bit of metal or something, you know? Oh god. No. What do I even do? Okay, that's a bit of an issue. Well, I've at least emptied my inventory enough to where I can empty this shelving rack as well. But okay, so I am going to tear this down then. Just like that. We are kind of low on money to upgrade all these things, to be honest. Which I dislike. I really, really do. Let's... Oh, this is actually an issue too. Wait, let me get a new courier pallet, I think. Just right there and do the same thing that we had done over there. So, I'm gonna get rid of this connection and I'm gonna actually sell out. Oh, yeah, okay. That's a bit of an issue too. We will need to firstly add new and then like P500C, okay. Just add that as an output. Then we will need to go to the zone. Exactly, okay, and then we can move that thing, yeah, perfect, into there, just up the bandwidth all the way, and that way, you know, firstly have more space over here to buy in things, and then on the other hand side also have more space for a sellout. And look at that, 20k. That's a good bunch of money that we can hopefully use to upgrade all these tables. Let's see. I think it's going to be somewhat costly, so I'm not 100% sure, but let's just start out with it, I guess. And just see, we need 1.4k for each table. How many tables do we have? Is it the same for every table? No, some are cheaper, I suppose, but not a lot of them. Okay, so we've got 3, we've got 7, we've got 8. And these I will leave for the time being. So I've got 8 tables. I could have actually left that thing up here and just upgraded them as well eventually and make more assembly tables. But I'm not sure we could like perfectly constantly hit that sellout required. I mean, we can sell like 20 a week right now. But it's kind of, you know, Okay, it's fine. It's fine. For the time being, I'm going to go with this because it is going to upgrade my production frequency. It's pretty much going to double what I output right here. More or less. Not quite, but nearly. And at the same time, it's not going to cost me any more money for employee wages. So that's kind of good. So, we have got, what did I say? We've got 8 tables to upgrade. 8, should be just barely doable. So let's do it. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Look at that. This upgrade button is so nice, by the way. I love it. It's absolutely great. So we're going to make all these better workbenches. Oh, it was even less tight than I thought it was going to be. And then we're going to hire a person right here. Question being, what would be my assembly frequency for these things? It's actually 0.6 days at a basic workbench. And I think, at what frequency are we producing these? Let me see. Keith 500Cs. We're producing them at a frequency of 0.6. So, for 2 assembly tables, we'll actually need these to be upgraded too. So let's do it. Okay. Cool. Well, fingers crossed that this is going to be going good. I could probably even fire the additional logistics employee that I hired, but I just don't really want to do it to the guy right now. So, let's just keep it going like this for the time being. Let's see how it goes. I'm kind of hopeful. Also, I'm going to do the same thing I did over here and just up the input bandwidth. I got it, guys. I did it. Finally not called it a frequency. It just took me like, I don't know, 40 episodes or something to figure that out. But here we go. More of an input bandwidth. That should hopefully help with keeping things stable. I'm running low on funds. I am aware of that, but I'm kind of hopeful that, oh god, that we're going to be able to sell a lot of stuff out right here very soon. That is going to fix that for us. Buildables unlocked, milestone 2 complete. We all are aware of that. My company was on the route to get bankrupt, but here we go. 12k back in the account, and the profit is getting a bit more solid, which is great as well. So, with that said, we're nearly done researching this thing, which is great. I'm just going to have to pick a new research after that. And I should probably... I should probably think about this, right? I could potentially run out of cases just like that. Let's upgrade these tables. I could potentially upgrade a bunch of these tables and just get a third assembly table. But I'm just not sure we have the demand for that kind of stuff right now. We can sell like 20 a week of these things right now. So... theoretically... no, I don't think that's a possibility, honestly. Because the thing is that the assembly frequency for these things is 0.6 a day right now, right? So we're definitely, easily making 20 a week. Or somewhat easily, at least, making the 20 a week if we really, really try hard. And speaking of which, I think we should actually give this courier pallet a bit of sellout bandwidth too, just to make sure that we do have enough space to actually sell out all the products that we make. So, I would like to keep 500C on that one. And I'm going to give it the bandwidth of like 4 or something, right? I'm going to keep it pretty low, but I am going to add some bandwidth to it just to make sure that we do have enough sellout space to profit as good as we can from this kind of stuff. Also, I should get my things back on auto, by the way. Wait, can I actually keep them on auto and still do manual things? For real? That's actually pretty interesting. I never knew that worked. You don't even need to go back to manual. That's great to know. That's very handy. I have to say I like that. Okay, but yeah, so that way we are going to be able to like kind of max our potential sellout right there. Okay, so that's fixed. These guys are working away nicely. We're having a lot of sellout right here. These guys should hopefully be catching up as they get more of these cases in. And speaking of cases, I think I'm going to do the same thing for the cases now. I'm just going to lower this bandwidth by 1 more, and I'm going to up the simple case bandwidth by 1, and I'm going to do the same thing over here for these dudes. So bandwidth to 12, bandwidth to 40. There we go. Okay, that should help, hopefully, rather, help out with that stuff a bit as well. Now, the thing is, as you guys can see, I'm kind of, you know, struggling a bit for money and everything. Now, what I think we should do, and I really, really hate that, but I think we should really upgrade these tables and fire all these people. Because that's honestly the only logical thing to do here. I'm paying way too many wages for the for what I'm getting out of it. And that's kind of really tampering with my profitability. I do need to make a pocket PC, and I could use those people for it. So maybe we can just make a pocket PC in a different building and use those people to produce over there then. And I think that is going to be the plan. That way, at least I won't have to fire people, and we can still make what we want to make. So, we could have one of these inner buildings, which are super cheap, or we could be looking at one of these right here. I'm kind of wondering how much this one is. Oof. 40k is a lot of money. This one is also pretty small, though, to be honest. 53 square meters? I mean, I could cram a basic pocket PC production into there, though, I'm pretty sure. I would even do it over here. Actually, I can even. No, I cannot do it over here. The thing is, I just don't have enough space for selling out things anymore. And I am not able to cram more courier power. Oh, I am. I could be doing something like that. That would give me that one additional courier pallet that I would need. Maybe I don't even need a new building for that then. That's good. I like that. And that way I could even... Wow. Let's do that, I think. Question being... I think I want to make it here for the time being, because calculators... I feel these are going to get more complicated a bit quicker than the calculators are. Like, just even with, like, looking at the beeper production and everything. I think I would like to make it here then. That's actually pretty good. Then I think we can just, like, you know, get rid of these tables eventually once we've upgraded these. And then just send these people to actually make pocket PCs for us. I like that. That's good. That's pretty cool. Let's have a quick look at the blueprint design then. Create new pocket computer, and we'll just create like a quick mock-up of this thing right now. I'm not going to finalize it or anything, but I just want to have a first look at what we would actually need for that. So processing power. We've got simple circuits, we've got logic circuits. Simple circuits are at 0.9. Logic circuit is spot on 1.5. And it only needs a circuit. What? Ah, it needs plastic parts. But I think that's actually good. Let's do a logic circuit for this thing. I think that's a good decision. Display fidelity, it needs 1.5, which this one gives me 1.6. This one gives me 0.6 only. This one needs plastic parts and circuit boards again, though, which is great because that integrates very nicely with our logic circuit production. So yeah, I'm going to opt for this one. That's going to get us to 1.6, and that's already very good, I have to say. And then we could have like a small register bank, which gives me way too much data storage for what I need, but it doesn't really need much of an input, and I only need one table for it. And look at that, 5.0 with 640 max price. I like that. And we don't even need like a big case or anything for it. We can just have like some appearance right here, configured, you know, make it. I think. Oh, what would I start this with? I think I would start it like that, and then maybe this caramel tone. I actually like that. I think that's good. Let's actually give it a name. I think I'm actually going to finalize it. What name do I pick now? It's going to be the pair one. Okay. I like that. I think that's a good idea. I think we should actually get that going. I'm pretty positive about that. The only thing that I'm kind of worried is going to be, well, no, actually I don't have to be worried. We can just buy in things over here. I intentionally left space over here so we can just up the buy-in a bit. You know, use that to move things over and have this as a sellout palette exclusively for our pocket PCs. So yeah, I am pretty happy with that, and I think with more and more money now rolling in, we are going to take care next episode of upgrading those tables down below. Then I'm going to scrap the tables up above. I'm going to work on a new pocket PC production within the same logistics zone, which hopefully is not going to get too messy. Fingers crossed right there. Maybe it could actually get messy, so maybe we can just slim down this logistics zone to here, make a new one, make a core palette, and actually have somebody going back and forth between these two and those two and that one, you know, just to make sure that we don't run into big issues. So probably the better idea right there. But one way or another, we are going to be working on optimizing that calculator production in the next episode. Then we're going to take care of some pocket PCs as well. But for the time being, this was it for this episode. So I do hope that you guys did enjoy yourselves. And if you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. If you're new around here and like this video and would like to stay around for more of my content, also please make sure to hit that like button obviously, but the subscribe button down below and the bell icon right next to it to stay up to date on all my future upcoming episodes. And with that said, guys, as always, I would like to thank you all very much for watching. I hope you had a great time, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.